Hello there, my name is Richard. Like to talk about animation, and today we talk about a new anime movie from DC and Bruce's team called Justice League Meet uh, Ruby, I think, because I'm kind of stuttering because they use the X in the middle. If you don't know, it's versus or it's just like a phase. We are now just putting X at everything. That kind of throws me off for a second. But besides that, how is the movie? The movie is charming. It's not bad or amazing. It's all about the cast and how they sort of interact. Like, if you like a certain pairing and certain characters, you will enjoy this movie so much. But you don't like the pairing, you probably hate this film. But as a Ruby kind of take, that is still good. I think better than any volume up to date because if you know anything about Ruby, well, Monty passing away, Ruby never been the same ever again. He doesn't have that sort of charm of the creator touch networks, but this one feels like the old Ruby. That sort of fun, sort of clever, action packed. Well, the action is good, but it's not like Monty amazing sort of creative John Wick kind of fight style. It wants to be there, but it's sort of like a eight the fight scenes. But besides that, it's all about a mystery about what the Justice League inside Ruby's world, and they try to figure out who is who, where is everybody, how they interact with each other, and the mystery of the whole thing. And that's basically it. Of course, this is part one, but part one basically solve the mystery aspect, at least for one, because you find out who actually basically manipulate everybody to fighting each other, what's going on, and you defeat that sort of main villain. I won't tell who it is because it's supposed to be a mystery, but it's sort of halfway you kind of figure out who it is. But besides that, it's still very enjoyable. I think my favorite pairing of this is basically Batman and Rice because how similar but also very different they are, and that how Rice sort of kind of convinced Batman or Bruce Wayne to stay in Ruby's world. That in Batman, like, no, I have to go back. But that's sort of charming. I think some of the pairings sort of surprisingly also make so much sense. Others not really. I think one of them is basically um, the Green Lantern and John. That I was sort of surprised, but at the same time makes so much sense. Compare both characters' trauma. One losing Mira, the other one's trying to understand not to basically embrace her meltdown now. Words. I don't remember the Green Lantern's name because she's sort of semi new. Like she had been a couple of years in the comic books, and she's getting more popular over the time. If you don't know, it's like there are a lot of different Green Lantern characters. Green Lanterns are basically cops, but it depends which version of the Green Lantern you like. And you have the sort of the semi newest character, and it sort of makes sense in how deep both John and this Green Lantern relationship sort of kind of flourish because it's all about them sort of dealing with their trauma and how they help each other, like Weiss and Bruce, how they sort of dealing with this sort of situation and they trying to figure out how to get out and sort of liking each other like as friends or ship material because Ruby usually is more a little bit more shit than action, but you get the idea. Also, I kind of did enjoy Superman and Ruby sort of talking to each other how the world works, sort of making fun of sort of like Superman's name, Wonder Woman, especially Batman's name. It's sort of kind of cleverness the show always try to make it work. Specifically, more Ruby. Now, all the characters of Justice League act like Justice League members. Like Superman acts Superman, Woman works as Wonder Woman. Except for Batman, that I did enjoy Batman, but they did something that sort of off as Batman. It's not as super accurate, but it's not the first time that he became a teenager. He never really celebrated his youth, so he sort of kind of taking on this, and that's what I mean. This is the reason I kind of did like it, but at the same time, it doesn't feel what Bruce would do because this is not the first time they do that. Like he tried to maybe stay in Ruby's world, maybe he just thought of it, but he never was fully convinced, and that is sort of kind of interesting, especially have sort of new powers of this world. He's trying to understand. Also, Wonder Woman and Superman trying to figure out how their abilities work in this world. Once more, That sort of kind of playfulness, understanding mystery aspect make this movie enjoyable. It's not perfect. I mean, there's a lot of things like I don't think you need so many characters of this movie. I mean, you could really easily move two characters to make more space. In fact, you could move four characters off. They still make more space to develop most of the cast. But after that, I have to say, it's still enjoyable. It's something that I don't want to spoil anything. It's something that I leave you your enjoyment, but it kind of works. Especially, I wonder we're gonna do part two because this is part one. Part one is sort of the mystery why they're all there, when everything sort of kind of they just don't get it. It starts interesting, but it doesn't. It wasn't enough interesting. It wasn't a bigger mystery, and that's the problem with making so many of things. You have to drop something to make something work. Besides that, I kind of recommend it. If you're a RWBY fan, you'll be satisfied. If you're a Justice League fan, you'll be also satisfied, but also be curious if you need to know about more about RWBY. Not really. RWBY does explain itself because RWBY have this sort of this is how it works, but sort of vagueness to allow the creators to be more creative, and they make fun of that. They make fun of RWBY sort of how the power system works, and RWBY make fun of the Justice League how the name kind of works. Once more, they make it fun with the fans and with us. Now it works. It's a great time. But of course, just be aware, don't have your standards really high. Having that understanding, this has issues, but you'll overlook them because how everything sort of works. There's some things like Cyborg, how he tried to figure out how his tech works, but he doesn't understand. He has a thing with the other characters. But once more, that didn't work as well as Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. It needed more time to flesh out, like the Flash. Like I don't think we needed the Flash, but at the same time, I understood why they put the Flash there. You see what happens at the very end. But besides that, I sort of recommend it. Sort of. If you're a fan of Justice League and RWBY, you understand it's sort of good, not amazing. You're willing to pay $20. Yeah, you'll be still satisfied. Just be known, you still have the if factor. But besides that, it's still enjoyable. I got really nothing else to say. It's just one question. What was your favorite pairing of this movie? Do you like this movie? Do you hate it? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Nothing else to say. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.